You have probably been told to forgive them, and maybe a part of you wants to, but another part of you is thinking, why should I? After everything they did, stay with me because what I'm about to tell you changed everything for me. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Doorway Healing. This is the place where we take painful love and turn it into self-love, understanding, and real inner peace. And if this is your first time here, I want you to know something. You probably found this video because you are carrying something heavy right now. And I believe this message came to you at exactly the right time. You did not land here by accident. You are exactly where you need to be. If you are carrying anger towards someone who hurt you, I understand. I truly feel for what you are going through. And I'm not here to tell you that what they did was okay, because it was not. I have lived this. After I walked away from a painful marriage, after I stood alone in a courtroom and fought for my own freedom, I was full of anger towards someone who had caused me a great deal of pain, and I felt like I had every right to hold on to that anger. But one day I had to ask myself honestly, who is carrying this weight? He had already moved on with his life, and I was still replaying every moment, still reliving the pain, still giving him space in my mind every single day. And that is when I understood something that changed everything. Forgiveness was never about him. It was about me. Today, we are going to look at three things together. First, what it is really costing you to hold on to this pain. Second, what forgiveness is not, because most people get this wrong. Third, how forgiveness transforms you from the inside, and what that actually looks like. Because forgiveness is not something you do for them, it is something you do for yourself. So let us begin. Can I ask you something honestly? When you think about what they did, what happened inside you? Do you feel the anger rise up again? The hurt? The resentment? Do you find yourself replaying what happened? What they said? What they did? What they should have done instead? Here is the truth. When someone hurt us, it is natural to feel angry. It is natural to feel hurt, resentful, and even hateful sometimes. Those feelings are real. They make sense. But here is what nobody tells you. If you hold on to those feelings for months, for years, who ends up carrying the burden? You do. Every day you are replaying what happened. You are reliving the pain. Every day you are holding the anger. You are giving that person space in your mind, rent-free. They may have already moved on, while you are still trapped in the same moment. There is an old saying that has always stayed with me. Hold on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person suffers. The anger feels powerful, but it is not hurting them. It is hurting you. Forgiveness is not letting them off the hook. Forgiveness is choosing to free yourself from the prison that their actions put you in. So ask yourself gently with kindness, not blame. What is this anger still costing me today? How much of my peace, my time, my energy has it taken? And is it worth what I'm paying for it? And if this is already landing for you, if you have been already carrying this anger and it has costing you more than you realize, I want you to do one small thing. Drop a comment below and write, I choose peace over pain. I'm coming back to myself. Just those words, it tells your heart something is beginning to change. Now, before I go any further, I need to clear something up, because I know what some of you are thinking right now. If I forgive them, does that mean what they did was okay? Does it mean I have to trust them again? Does it mean I have to let them back into my life? Does it mean I stop fighting for myself? No, none of those things. Forgiveness does not mean you trust them again. Forgiveness does not mean you let them back into your life. Forgiveness does not mean you stop protecting yourself. And forgiveness does not mean you stop standing up for what is right. If someone has wronged you and you are seeking justice, you should still stand up for yourself. You should still present what is true. You should still protect yourself and your future. Forgiveness does not cancel accountability. Justice and forgiveness can exist together. The difference is this. When you fight from a place of peace instead of bitterness, your mind becomes clearer. You stop reacting from emotion and start responding from wisdom. You see the situation more clearly. You see yourself more clearly. Forgiveness is also about refusing to let the worst thing that happened to you become your identity. Yes, what happened was real. It may have changed your life, but it does not have to define the person you become. When you forgive, you are saying, I refuse to let this pain control my future anymore. You make room for healing, you make room for joy, you make room for a new version of yourself. Forgiveness is not something you do because they deserve it. You do it because you deserve peace. Now, I want to share something more personal with you. I used to be full of anger towards someone who had caused me a great deal of pain, and I kept focusing on that anger, on the need to be understood, on the need for things to be made right. And I realized that focus was not moving my life forward. It was keeping me exactly where I did not want to be. I know it is easier said than done because those feelings can be so strong, and some of you might be thinking, why should I forgive someone who hurt me? I thought the same thing, but I decided to try. Not for him, for myself. And when I did, something shifted. I felt lighter. The anger did not control me the same way anymore. I could see the situation more clearly. I could see people around me more clearly. And most importantly, I could see myself more clearly. But here is something I also had to look at honestly. Something that is harder to talk about. Sometimes we carry old wounds, places inside us that has not yet healed. And those places can make us accept things we should never have accepted. They can make us stay too long. They can make us believe we are not enough, even when we are. That does not mean what happened was your fault. It means there is a part of you that deserves more love, more care, more protection. Healing is not about blaming yourself for what they did. They are responsible for their actions. Healing is about taking responsibility for what happened next in your life. When we heal those old wounds, we stop choosing what is familiar and we start choosing what is good for us. We also begin to trust ourselves again. Because after being hurt, most of us stop trusting our own judgment. We think, how did I not see it? But healing is not just about trusting other people again. It is about learning to trust yourself again. We spend so much energy trying to make the wrong person love us the right way. Imagine putting that same energy into becoming the person who knows her own worth, the person who walks away from what no longer serves her. You are beautiful, you are still worthy, you are still good. Do not let someone who failed to value you change you into someone who no longer believes in herself. Your story does not end with the person who hurt you. They were one chapter, not the whole book. The most beautiful chapters are the ones you get to write after you choose yourself. Forgiveness does not change the past. It changes the person who carries the past. And that person is you. So if you are carrying anger towards someone who hurt you, remember these three things. First, holding on to anger is not hurting them. It is hurting you. Every day you carry it, you are giving them free space in your mind and your heart. Forgiveness is not a gift to them, it is a gift to yourself. Second, forgiveness does not mean trust or letting them back in or stopping your fight for what is right. Justice and forgiveness can exist together. The difference is when you fight from peace instead of bitterness, you see more clearly and choose more wisely. Third, forgiveness transforms you. When you let go of the anger, you begin to heal the wounds underneath it. You start trusting yourself again. You stop choosing what is familiar and start choosing what is good. You come back to yourself. Forgiveness is not something you do because they deserve it. You do it because you deserve peace. And if this video spoke to your heart, if you have been carrying this weight and you are ready to put it down, I would love for you to subscribe to the Doorway Healing. This is a community where we do not stay in pain or blame. We understand, we heal, we grow. And we learn how to love without losing ourselves. You belong here. And one more thing before you go. I have a free guide called the Doorway Guide. 7 gentle steps to stop waiting in pain and come back to yourself. The link is below. It is free, it is gentle. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it and leave a comment. I would love to know what forgiveness means to you right now. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out what is coming next. There is so much more we are going to go through together. I will see you in the next one. I'll see you there, beautiful soul. And remember, forgiveness is not something you do for them. It is something you do for the future version of yourself. Take care of your heart. I mean that.